They keep asking me, am I back? I'm not yet sure. You know what? Okay, I'm back. Okay, see, is that, are you not entertained?
Yeah.
I think that is where we are right
and
now.
And you use that same line in the Insane About What. And I think, you know, a lot of people do not, maybe because I consume a lot of Nigerian music and I'm immersed in the culture, because a lot of people, a lot of artists can't even get away with half the things you got away with. First things first, I had to go to a local confectionery to pay money to be able to get the CDs. I remember that. Then secondly, you actually put out a song and just says, you know, I can make money without saying anything. And you went on, you know, you did that thing and you ended.
No, but fast forward to today. My brotherhood, that's what's happening. I think what I saw is exactly how I'm such a big fan of Portable.
Yeah.
I think we're positioned in such a great place that if we identify it early enough, we can actually fulfill what we're meant to be.
Yeah.
And I see that happening now. You know, at my own time, no social media.
I know.
So to see the likes of Portable doing some things and the likes of, or just the new cats coming aboard. That's why I tell people I'm a new cat. It's meow. When you see me, you get the real
I'm tired of this guy, man. So who are the new artists on your playlist right now? Who are you listening to?
I like OML, bad boy OML.
Oh, really? Okay.
That boy get one kind of swag. We just.
I know. He does. Yeah.
When they call it the Gen Z. After Gen Z, another one.
Yeah. Gen Alphas.
I identify with that, and I think it just identify with great music generally. You mentioned CK. You mentioned Olamide. You know, if you look into what is happening today, Afrobeat is such a big genre that it's able to encompass everybody. So you have Afro pop, Afro hip hop, Afro rap, Afro house, Afro piano.
Yeah.
So it's become such a big umbrella.
Yeah, for everything on that.
Yeah, and sometimes I want to explore, but when I get into the space, I see that everybody, legend. I say, wait, don't call me legend. The only legend I know is Hakura legend. Because I'm in this business with you. Because you got to just know that collaboration is the new
It's key, yes. Yeah, collaboration is key, definitely.
It's so important for you to inspire people. But I think the most fulfillment you will get in life is the people that you inspire. If they will now start inspiring you, that gives you a new sense of breath, a new sense of just being alive. So I think for these 20 years, having an album that you're going to learn entertainer, just like John Wick Chapter 1, John Wick Chapter 2, for you to call it entertainer, the sequel.
Yeah.
My brother, you must know that. There's a fight in there. I'm going to kill them.
Yeah, so also, the UK has also played a very pivotal role in the growth of Afrobeat. And the fact that you were with JGC and the 419 squad and you and Jazzy, you know, came back from the UK, you know, to Nigeria. And the fact that the name Afrobeats was coined, you know, from the diaspora because they were looking for a vehicle as regards how to, you know, just classify Nigerian pop music that was coming out from Nigeria, you know, at the time. So did you see, was there something that you saw in the UK that you felt like, okay, the UK was going to be a pivotal bridge to actually just export Nigerian music? Because from after you came, so everything that we saw, exploits by Wizkid, exploits by MI, exploits by Jesse Jaggs, Ice Prince, everybody, they always would tunnel it first, you know, through the UK, even before we went to America or anywhere. The UK was the first base outside Nigeria before we started spreading it to other places in the world. So what was it that you saw in the UK that said, you know what, we need to actually take what we've learned, come back home and, you know, bring it back again?
I think for me, it wasn't about what I saw.
Yeah.
It was what was real.
Okay.
So you see someone trying to look for a greener pasture from Nigeria. The first place they think of is not Europe. It's UK.
Yeah.
America kind of seems too far.
Too far, yeah.
So I think just based, and I always say to people that my 20 years journey is not my 20 years journey, it's the 20 years journey of the industry. So call it Afrobeat, call it Afropop, call it the industry. For what we've seen, it's just a normal trajectory. And it will have happened another way around. Some people's story just go from Nigeria to the world. Some people go through each and every one of the, just so that you can be part of history. I think I'm so privileged to be one of those few that I've gone through, you know, from your hometown to go to where it seemed to be hard, and then where it seemed to be the home base, and then where it kind of like pivotals. And that's, so if you started in 2004, 2005, I remember we had the first Coco concert in London, 2009.
Oh, for real?
Yes, 2009, Mike Larry,
Yeah.
Indigo, before anybody knew what was happening.
Yeah.
And then to fast forward to today, where people are going to the same Indigo, to the same O2, to go and sell out. I kind of like feel like a prophet. But I always tell like Netosi say, Banga, you are the Jesus Christ. I say, I don't want to be Jesus Christ. I want to chop as a prophet. You understand me now? So I think everybody contributes their quota into giving this industry that life that it needs. But I'm just privileged to be one of those that have contributed in it, and to be contributing in such a time that God takes you there. First Afrobeat top 10 is Oliver Twist. Now everybody goes through there, and then it kind of looks like you have to pass through there to get to the promised land. I'm still going through that journey. I must get to that promised land.
Yeah,
I'm there with them.
So the industry has changed. You know, actually, the new cast have come in. International labels, you know, on board right now. So does that put you? And the sound generally has changed. You understand? So the music that we used to make and just vibe to 20 years ago is different now. You understand? People have shorter listening spans right now. The music has to be shorter. You know, they have to be patterned a certain way. So does that put you under any kind of pressure as regards when you're trying to make music and trying to just put out stuff?
Oh, no, you know, coming from me, I tell you, I'm the vessel that God used. If you see what the industry is saying today is exactly what I said 16 years ago when I said in the song Entertainer. I said you don't have to make sense to entertain people. You just have to be yourself. You can go, and we're saying it today. The fact that you need social media to kind of like not validate what you have, but to kind of like further maximize your potential speaks everything up. So we're coming from a time where what they respect is you just having a great talent, to where what they respect is content. Content is the new crude. However, how creative you can. So I feel like a very privileged, I won't call it a privileged dad because I'm still part of the journey, but I feel like a privileged vessel to show. And I never underestimate anybody. Like I said, I never said I was a musician. I never said I was a rapper. I always said I'm an entertainer. And if you look at the people that you are liking their pictures, their videos, or celebrating them today, they're not musicians. They're entertainers. So welcome to my world. It's something that I've seen for a long time. And it's what the only thing now is that, are you my brotherhood? Sisterhood. I wish I can be like Portable, because Portable is doing the way I used to do. You feel something in the night, you cut on Jazzy, you drop it in the morning. You remember the way they do? I always see that time. Now they're going to tell us, say, no, wait for 2 weeks, no, wait for 3 weeks, no, put up a playlist. Forget that. Are you my brotherhood? Spider-Man. And my name is...
Okay, so...
I think everybody needs to have a pinch of Portable.
In them, right?
I think that's what it reminds me of. Just for you to take everything as an opportunity that comes to you. You know, they said for you to make it in life, you have to be lucky. Luck is opportunity finding talent. I think that's what we are.
Okay, cool. So like I said, from the first time I saw you performing on that heady stage with the towel with the map of Africa, you know, to selling out the Indigo in the O2, and to everything you've been able to achieve as you know, as an artist, I can say I'm very proud and immensely you know, enthusiastic as regards the quality of the album that's going to come out, you know, pretty soon. So since 04, what was the idea behind this record? Because it's energetic, it's different, and there's that vigor in the record, you understand? So I can actually just feel, you know, just a glimpse of your energy when you were recording it. So it was more like, you know, telling people as regards how far you've been here and, you know, plans for the future, actually. So when you were recording this, you know, putting together this song, what was going through your mind?
Wow, I think it's like a trailer of a Marvel movie.
Okay.
You know, you already know when you were about to watch a Superman movie, that man, that Superman did it. Or an Iron Man or this, but you actually want to go through the process. And you actually expect that for you to watch a superhero movie, there's going to be a time where the superhero is going to be a normal person. And is going to need the help of normal people. You know, I think that just goes through the story so you can appreciate what has become of the brand. And I think that's what my life is. That's what's in store for. So working on the album, we already had so much records, but I kind of like feel that we needed the right one to kind of like punch us in the right direction. So speaking, burning in the studio, and then having to be one of the greatest songwriters of this generation right now, which is PERRUZI. You know, I think it just like...
Well, PERRUZI wrote this one.
Oh, yes. PERRUZI and I, you know. For me, I didn't even have to do much. Because PERRUZI really just gave me Bad Boys in 04. I remember I had to ask him that, were you around since 04? You know, and that's how music is so universal. You know, you make it happen, and as I connected with it, it became so mine. And then I had to make it up, and then it went through like a story of where I've been, what I stand for, and what I believe that I'm a vessel to do. That's why when you say what God cannot do
doesn't exist.
It's not even something that I want. And going through 20 years journey, you got to just understand and appreciate God that, listen, for you to be alive, for you to be heard, is God's grace.
I understand. I love the fact that, a lot of artists like in your position, OGs would, shy away from saying, PERRUZI wrote the song or PERRUZI wrote the song with you. That shows, speaks to the fact that you are embracing everything that is new about the industry and trying as much as you can, to mix the old, in with the new too as well. So just before we play that record, I just want to ask you, a lot of people say, when you get married and when you have kids, it kind of changes you. You understand? It gives you like a fresh perspective, towards life. You tend to take things slower. You think deeply as regards a lot of things because it's not just you right now. You're responsible for a bunch of other human beings. So has it been the same for you though?
I think it's the same for you. I think that the way I'm looking at you, last time I was here, you were not this calm. I think I must ask you, is somebody on the way to be passive? Is somebody on the way? I think it's just general. Sometimes it's important for us to know that we are actually a vessel of God to use, and there's nothing that shows it more than you having an immediate family, immediate responsibility to add to what you already have. And then knowing that you're responsible for people, it kind of sets you in that mood beyond just being on stage in front of millions of people. So I think, yes, it sets you in that, I don't want to call it responsibility for you, but it kind of lets you know that, it's not only you now. Your son didn't got to stand for something.
I know.
And I think that's one thing I admire with this generation. Our generation was so hard. In fact, if you had a child out of wedlock, your career could just end. I think.
But now everybody just embrace it.
No, now the best. I've been called to face. I say, a guy, why you don't tell me that time? Because it's something different when you now see them celebrating with their kids, and then they're in their 30s, and the kids are teenagers. And I'm like, and I know do me well. That time I just did it, and I do tell me say make I, But I think it goes beyond people. It goes to your state of mind. Are you ready? Are you mentally ready? Are you financially ready? You don't have to have everything in the world, but if you are ready to embrace what is coming to you, I think that's the best thing.
All right, cool. So we're about to play that record right now.
Since 04. Bad boy since 04. I know where you were in 04. I know that before 04, you were in Navy Secondary School. No, don't say that. Don't think that I was punishing you.
Oh, you were actually?
No, I was a good senior.
No. You took my milk a couple times.
Osi Mogba milk.
Yes, my Dano. My Dano. Yes, sir. Then I took it out on Kende. I went to and I set leg for him in class.
That's true. Actually, Kende is always so happy. In case you don't know, that's KSWITCH. KSWITCH is one of your biggest advocates. He will tell you even sometimes.
I know.
My guy did it, and I said, punish that guy.
I know. You know what was funny? What was funny was I remember because that day you were just walking around where I used to live, and you're like, open your locker. It took the milk, put in the cornflakes. In my head, I was like, since Senior Doctor is taking my milk right now, so maybe he won't punish me during labor or anything. That labor. I was like, this guy.
If you are still, 10 years in that, I know they shout. If you are still sleeping,
I'm like, bro. So I just went to class right now. Just when Kende was passing, I just said leg for the class.
Said leg for.
I'm like, this for everything your brothers do.
Oh my God. I think Kende uses that as a. He's using that for a long time.
I know.
You listen at me. You listen at me. You need this. And I think it's because it's such a creative.
I know it is. It's one of the most talented artists I've come across. Very creative. Yes. It's very talented. Yeah.
And to see that the story kind of connects to today, I think we just need to appreciate the process. I think one of the advice I'm going to give everybody is it might not be what you're looking for now. It might not be what your vision sees or catches. Enjoy the process.
I know, just enjoy it. Oh, yes. Enjoy it. Just have fun with it. Just enjoy it. So just before we play, since 04, so can you just give me like a few, what's it called, right? That's just like an intro, but I love that bad boy since 04. So please just,
no, the beat is there, be fake, but I'm the banj, or ski banj like my Jamaican friends call me. Capella like my South Africans call me. Mensa like my Ghanaians call me. Frike like my Liberians call me. And if you have ever been to the eastern side of Nigeria, Osinawata Budrogada Yawan, importer, exporter, and I must greet you specially as a bad boy since 04.